Ukrainian peace activist Sergei Sivokho succumbed to chronic asthma and passed away on 17 October. His name was not known outside of Ukraine, perhaps because he tried to reconcile the Ukrainians in these angry times. One wonders if this huge bear finally of a broken heart. Sivokho. Volodymyr Zelensky, with his close personal friendship, came forefront politically. The comedy program was creative producer of Kvartal 95, and after Zelensky's unexpected victory, newly elected president tried nominate him public office. Sivokho, who was originally a native of Donbass, wanted appoint Ukraine National Security and Defense Council as a consultant, give advice on humanitarian policies his region. However, very quickly, the peace in Ukraine from a radically different perspective, that is, the war in our own minds, he concluded that it should be approached by ending what he calls. At first, Sivokho's optimism was also expressed by Zelensky himself. Zelensky at 2020 Munich Security Conference and then at Union Forum in Mariupol called for a great national dialogue where people can discuss their common future face to face. For this purpose, he approved popular project of Sivokho, which was officially submitted to public on the 12th of March 2020. However, this presentation took only 20 minutes because a gang of about 70 young people from National Corps attacked hall and pushed Sivokho with screams of treacherous ace. Sivokho was fired 2 weeks later from government's advisor. Even before Russia's occupation, it may seem strange Sivokho actually wants fundamental change in political thought of Ukraine, so that only mention of reconciliation and dialogue arouses such anger. According to him, Ukrainians had admit they had some responsibility for conflict in Donbass, and especially other Ukrainians who did not think or speak like themselves. He argued that such policies started long before 2014. His words aroused intense anger among Ukrainian nationalists. They were even more angry with his claim, "It is time to correct, forgive, and ask for forgiveness, to talk to people living in uncontrolled areas." After being fired despite vital threats, Sivokho continued his peace efforts and, over time, began criticize government's policy more and more. But he never criticized Zelensky. A long friendly friend, in Ukrainian language laws, called for changes seriously restrict public use of Russian. He said government's refusal implement Minsk agreements was dragging Ukraine into a dark isolated corner. He even announced that he made an official proposal expropriated companies the Ukrainian owners and end.Donbass special status in 2050 and scolded Ukrainian government for refusing talk. Rebels. Sivokho called them talk to each other instead of prohibiting the contact between local authorities. On the contact line, "Imagine how we'll be happy together." Or he says, if they were allowed return there, would restore their villages their own. What a magnificent example would this